Hi team, test week is back next week and we have been working on our front squats or back squats. So I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, pick one or the other and then we're going to test it. So it has come around, we're going to be doing a 2 rep max of our front squat or our back squat. So if you have been working on that front rack position, going into that squat, it will be a 2 rep max for that. Or if you have been less comfortable with that, we've gone for a back squat, been training this, and we'll go for a 2 rep max back squat. Safety points to think about there is just making sure that we're bracing and that we also don't jump to a really heavy weight really quickly. So with your bracing, we're going to take a deep breath into our core, hold it and then move. So take a deep breath in here, hold, move, and then release it at the top. This is going to help protect our spine and just make sure that we move well and give us a better chance of standing that heavy rep up on the second go. After that, you're going to work to a dumbbell over bench row. This is going to be a heavy 5. We've been doing a couple variations of rows recently. So this should be feeling nice and comfortable in terms of the movement pattern. And then you can just give it a good go with the dumbbells and load that up. After that, we have got a 1 rep max hang, clean and press, which we've been working on a Tuesday. So with this, obviously we'll have the barbell in, coming up to here, that's going to be half the work, and then we want to get that overhead. So dip, drive and press. Again, we're obviously going to warm you up nicely, and then that bracing pattern is going to be really important again, as we don't want to be going into a jerk with no tension, because then you'll be going like this. So after that, we've got a max weight strict pull-up, or we might just be going for our first ever strict pull-up. So if you have been working on these, again, we've been doing negatives, we've been doing banded, so now's the time to test them. If you know that you're not quite there yet, that's fine. We can just go for some banded ones and try and work through those bands to get you as close as possible to strict pull-up. And again, just be able to reevaluate that strength. After that, we've got a 3 rep max deadlift. So coming from the floor, brace here, and then we'll be coming back, and we're going to reset at every single rep. So reset here, brace again. That's going to keep our core nice and safe and just make sure that we're moving well. Obviously, the coaches will be around to tell you, look, I think you've gone a bit too heavy there. We still want to prioritise form and safety. And then lastly, on that day, we've got our dumbbell chest press for a heavy 5. So not quite the full test of a 1 to 3 rep max, but we're going to be going for that heavy dumbbell for 5 reps. And then lastly, the third day, we've got 3 rep max push press. So we'll be taking it off the racks and then going into that dip, drive and press out. So your leg drive is going to be really important in this one, and then that shoulder stability overhead. Again, using that bracing technique to help you. And then we've got max distance sled push, max kettlebell farmer's carry, and a max push-ups in 60 seconds that we'll work through. And if you are not in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll just work through this throughout the week. So you'll be able to get it all in. So if there's a day where you're like, oh, I've done that already, later on in the week, it's fine, because we'll just pick whatever you haven't touched yet. And then lastly, our conditioning test. So reaching down here, we have got our Hex Trio, which is a workout created by us. So it's going to be 20 burpees, 20 sit-ups, a 1K run, and then back into the 20 burpees and the 20 sit-ups just for time. So we're going to see how far we can get in that in a 10-minute time cap. Secondly, we're going to be doing a 2K row. These obviously won't be on the same day. 2K row, and then third one will be max total calorie Tabata. So ski, assault bike, or echo. So with that, we're going to pick one of those 3. We're not going to do all 3, but a Tabata is 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So you guys will find that nice and spicy. And then lastly, we've got a 5K C2 bike. And remember, with your C2 bike, usually that distance doesn't take as long. So even though you read that and you go, oh my gosh, 5K, shouldn't be as bad as you think. It will more approximately take what 2.5K would take on a rower. So yeah, team, we're going to keep you nice and safe. We're going to get that test, and that's just going to be able to let us know whether we've progressed, what we've done well at working on, what we still need to work on, and just have a nice time. All right, thanks, team.